City on the road against Southampton at the St. Mary's Stadium. Well, this and more we'll be discussing this afternoon. Faithful Lawrence, I was good. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
I see she's sounding like Liverpool.
You say what? Say this one that is outside that did not even come and do what it's supposed to do.
No. There's nothing he can do.
Liverpool cannot do anything. That's what we know.
What Laddie cannot do?
Liverpool cannot do.
For your mind.
What Liverpool cannot do, Laddie cannot
do.
I talked about it.
That you people are back.
Which back?
You defeated Wolves. His Wolves are not playing.
Is Wolves a club?
Wolves not the team.
They are not.
Is Wolves a contender?
See, I'm not doing. I don't normally do this paper stuff.
Oh, because you know the bet stock am now.
Yes, I don't.
No, you know be like DK.
I've given 4 games.
And he won. Did he share money with you?
4 games.
He share money
one
with
yesterday.
you.
I told Favor one yesterday that they are going to beat Napoli.
That's a bad prediction.
Yes.
They have bad mouth.
They will beat Manchester United tomorrow.
Hey, Ladio!
Who they go flog today?
What do you say?
Who they go flog today? Let me help you.
Manchester City, Newcastle.
Who's winning today?
Newcastle.
Newcastle is to win today.
Yes.
To win. Okay.
Manchester City.
Yes.
No. Okay, it's going to be
yes.
Draw. Hold on. Guys, let's go on a break. When we return, Tommy will be joining us on that side. Laddie Martins will also be joining us. Do not go anywhere. It is Saturday Sports Safari.
Whenever I tell people I'm a full-time master's student and a content creator, they go, huh? How are you able to do both all at once? You bewitch? No big juju. Na MTN 5G. Ever since 5G came into my life, I've been on cloud 9. I get to take my classes online in real time and upload my videos before you say Jack Robinson. Even Babe isn't left out. Our long distance is waxing strong.
Hello, babe. Can you hear me? Your video is frozen again.
We don't do that here, because life is a breeze.
Experience the wonders of MTN 5G. Hyper-fast internet connection with no buffering, zero lag, and quality data capabilities like never seen before. No pichuju, not MTN 5G. Now available on iPhone. MTN. What are we doing today?
Ìwọ la ó dìbò yan. Adébáyọ̀ máa bọ̀ wá kó wá ṣèjọba. Ìwọ la ó dìbò yan. Tètè máa bọ̀ wá kó wá ṣèjọba. Ìwọ la ó dìbò yan. Gbogbo ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ pátápátá ti ń retí rẹ o. Ìwọ la ó dìbò yan. Tètè máa bọ̀ wá kó wá ṣèjọba. Ìwọ la ó dìbò yan.
Káàbọ̀ Àkànó, Adébáyọ̀ Adélabú Pẹ̀ǹkẹ̀lẹ̀ Mẹ́ẹ̀sì. Gbogbo ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ti ń retí rẹ̀. Ìwọ la ó dìbò wa fún Accord lẹ́gbẹ́ wa. Òkè téńté la wà lórí ìwé ìdìbò. Àtàǹpàkò làmì wa. Báyọ̀ Adélabú dé, ìrànlọ́wọ́ dé fún tilé toko.
Ìwọ la ó dìbò yan. Tètè máa bọ̀ wá kó wá ṣèjọba. Ìwọ la ó dìbò yan.
Where the energy day, where the sound day, where the news day, where the sport day, where the cut the day. Hey, now yeah, because you know the turn. We know the turn. We know the turn. Hey, we know the turn. We know the turn. We know the turn. Hey, energy day, everything day, yeah. On 93 to 9. I change you 100. 93 to 9 to okay.
93.9. Your remedy dial.
You're locked on to the #1 radio station. #1 radio station. In the mix. The mix. And we ain't stopping.
You guys have the best music.
Turn it up.
TSOL.
The remedy.
Solutions FM.
It's Saturday Sports Safari.
2 milli go 20 enter. Aye. Zoom zoom aye. I'ma just zoom aye. I'ma get over you aye. Atanika da wajoba. Atanika fa green aye. Only the goat fit to enter. Aye. Oshama intercontinental. Aye. Na me get the pad, na me get shoulder. Nobody bada. Etigbe emagba. Emilia Emi. 2 milli go 20 enter. No go dey far away your father. I know because Tom I know they bother. Nobody bother. Etigbe emagba. Emilia Emi. Laye mi laye mi o. Emi laye mi laye mi o. Laye timo ha o. Nobody bother. Etigbe emagba. Emilia Emi. One man's ghost is another man's scandal. One man's truth is another man's scandal. See this like there are levels to this. First one make you face your journey. No lie down pass as it be. So just please, don't try to be like me. I'm all doing one time, emotion, so sweet. The music, enter the body. Oba, melody, so whine for me, baby. Only the goat fit to enter. Oshama intercontinental. Na me get the pad, na me get shoulder. Nobody bada. Etikpe emagba. Emilia Emi. 2 milli go 20 enter. No go dey far away your father. I know because Tom I know they bother. Nobody bada.
Olex, I don't understand. You need to go and get that the production of that Emilia Emi by Fuse. That's a song that gives energy, and we have been shouting in the studios just like me hosting a Saturday wedding. But I mean, I just have to shout out to Fuse, Mr. Producer. Okay, so Tommy is here. Tommy, how you doing, man?
Doing good.
Good to have you
back. Good afternoon.
Good to have you back in the studio.
Great to be here once again.
Where were you last week Saturday? You in Ibadan or Lagos?
I was in Ibadan actually. I was here in Ibadan.
Okay.
I was caught up between looking for cash and trying to vote.
Oh, okay. All in one.
All in one. So 2 in 1.
So now Q, Laura. Because I mean, looking at how a lot of people went through last week Saturday, some people decided to sit back at home because of no cash.
Yeah.
While some, went on to perform their civic.
Yeah, in fact, it was a dilemma because you had the whole cash situation and you couldn't go move the way you wanted, and elections also, So it was just a dilemma for some people. Just decided, let's just stay back, while some managed to get out there and perform their responsibility. But we're able to, scale through it.
Yeah. So, but I mean, after the election, Manchester United.
And Sunday, United capped it up with at least something to be excited about after the whole stress of Saturday. We had something to celebrate. Even though some people were like, why are they celebrating? Is it not Carabao? Well, it's a trophy, and it counts. It's silverware. So
every trophy na trophy.
Yeah, every trophy na trophy. It doesn't matter. So it was a good one for Manchester United and the fans. At least something to celebrate, especially those that are Nigerians. At least after the whole stress, you got to watch your team perform well, and not just winning, they performed very well, at that final. So it was a good one, a good weekend.
Well, what a weekend. And can someone just get us Ladi Martins, because he was trying to make some crazy predictions and analysis earlier. I mean, I'll call that prediction, not even analysis, saying that the two Manchester sides, one will have to lose this weekend, saying that should Manchester City win, Manchester United will lose, and that almost dropped the morale of DJ Olex. I laugh himself, but I had to just do the hype this afternoon just to make him happy. It's been long he played at at club, right? It's been long you played at the club, but you played on the radio yesterday to shut down the station, right?
Shut down for what?
Shut down for Kini. All right, Ladi Martins, thank you very much for coming in. You know, what just entered? Why are you talking as if you got an alert? All right, so Ladi Martins, thank you for joining us. Up Liverpool.
Good afternoon.
You are not used to Up Liverpool, Abi. Yes, I understand.
Never walk alone.
No, you are not used to it.
I understand your position.
I understand your position on the table.
No, I didn't hear you very well, but now I can talk.
If you like, walk alone. But so let's look at the likely predictions you have for today.
All right. Real Betis, Madrid.
Okay.
Madrid is going to find it very hard.
Okay. Because they lost the last game.
Yes, they are playing away.
And because they lost their last game, you think they'll find it hard?
Real Betis is going to beat them.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I hope you are recording. Ladi Martins, you don't need to convince us here. All we just want to know, tell us your prediction, and if all these predictions go through, we will sit you down at the front of the office. You know, we'll go to BB, we'll buy you a plate of amala. I am serious. I know I don't have cash, but I can do transfer. You understand? We'll buy you a plate of amala with one ogufe and with one bottle water, because I don't want to mention brands of drinks here.
No problem.
Do you do plus 18?
I don't do.
You don't do plus 18? Oh, that's good. I know you like
plus 18.
You like Coca.
I do.
You do cola products, but
let's
go. Don't worry. You did not say anything. Can you just continue? Can you continue your prediction?
You just say you don't do plus 18.
No. Sorry. Because you know why? I'm showing him something here. That's why.
Okay, attention span. That's the problem.
Real Madrid Real Betis is tomorrow, right?
Yes.
So I mean, games are about starting, and a lot of people will want to. You understand? Putting the something inside the something.
And Manchester City, Newcastle.
Manchester City, Newcastle is starting in the next few minutes.
Yes. I just saw that thing.
What does it say?
Man City. Newcastle is winning.
Newcastle is winning. Meaning, what you're trying to say is that Newcastle will not want to have a back-to-back defeat.
Yes.
You know, they lost in the EFL Cup final against Manchester United.
And also Manchester United tomorrow.
You know, Eddie Howe is not really sure about this match, actually. He's not sure.
Eddie Howe?
Yes.
Why?
I had the opportunity to view his press conference. He sounded a little bit jittery and not so confident about
That's
the
a
match.
strategy.
Yeah, mind games.
That's mind games.
It might be mind games.
That's strategy.
Okay, let us look at Newcastle United here, guys. Let's look at how far they've gone this season. They're fifth on the Premier League look, but the last four games have not been really good for the side. They lost the last game. That's against Liverpool 2-0. They drew against Bournemouth, which ended 1-1. Drew against West Ham United 1-1. They played goalless against Crystal Palace, and the last game, the only game they won in their last 5 matches in the Premier League was the 1-0 victory over Fulham. If I could remember, yes, that game against Liverpool where they had their goalkeeper sent off, and that was why they brought in Karius for the EFL Cup final. So the goalkeeper will still be missing the game today. But that aside, form has not been helpful for Newcastle United. But if you're saying that Newcastle United that has failed to win in their last 4 matches will beat a Manchester City that has won 3 out of their last 4 and drawn 1, lost 1 in their last 5. You're saying Newcastle United, but Tommy, do you think this prediction looks feasible?
Well, first of all, this is the Premier League.
Nick Pope is back.
Pope is back.
This is the Premier League, and anything is possible when it comes to one team beating another team. But going to this Newcastle and Manchester City Newcastle game, like Mr. Ladi said, Newcastle. Ladi said Newcastle.
No, we want to respect you.
No.
Disrespect. If different predictions don't go through, we will remove the mister.
Let me continue. Like Ladi said, as he said, Newcastle might just have a point to prove in this game. Coming on the back of that loss against Manchester United last week, it might serve as a motivation to them. Yeah. So I'm looking at it from that angle. If you say, okay, maybe Newcastle might try to get a result, fine, it's possible. But you look at Man City on the other hand, they they are at the stage of season where they will not want to, lose more points because they are also keeping an eye on the title.
Especially running after Arsenal.
Yeah, running, trying to catch up with Arsenal. But for Newcastle, I think, though it looks as if they are losing form a bit, but I don't think it's that bad because if you look at even the final they played against Manchester United, it wasn't as if they played badly. They just couldn't. I think it's more of they converting their chances, and in their last few games, I think that has been their major problem. They've not been able to convert most of the chances they create, in terms of scoring. And I think that has to do with Almiron. I think Almiron has gone down a little bit. Then also Callum Wilson, we've not really seen him in the last couple of years. So I think those are the major factors affecting them. But aside that, I think the team is still okay. And against Man City, I think they might be able to get a good result. I remember in the first leg, they gave Man City a tough time. Man City just managed to get, I think, a 1-0 win in that first leg. So going back to coming into this game, I think they will also display, the kind of thing we saw in that first leg. Trying so on the basis of that, let's wait and see. They might be able to pull off a result. But I'm looking at Man City, keeping, trying to just keep the heat on us now and not trying to allow Newcastle any chance. But it's going to be a very, very tough encounter, no doubt about that. So.
Okay, the way Favor is also looking at stats. When you go to cafe back then, when it's a cafe where you want to check your WAEC results.
That's you spend 1 hour and
you understand. And all this is it cafe managers or what do they call them?
Cafe manager, cafe attendant.
Yes, they cut time for you. 30 minutes.
Oh my God!
But that's the way Favor is doing here, But looking at this game, so if you're putting your money on any team, maybe we say considering what Ladi Martin said, but if you're putting your money on this Newcastle Manchester City's game, which team will you be putting your money on?
I think I'll go for a draw. That's the way I see it. I think
okay.
I'll probably go for a draw. It's going to be a tough game.
I'll put it on Newcastle.
And don't forget,
Man City. If you check the both keepers this season. Pope has more clean sheets.
And Nick Pope is back.
And he's back in this game.
Yes. Do you know what I say for this match, actually? For Nick Pope back on the pitch after being gone for the last 3 matches, it's going to be a very great advantage for Newcastle because he has gone to rest. He's going to, do other things for them. But Ederson has been off and on so far since the season started. He's been my keeper on my fantasy. I don't even know what happened to my fantasy. I've just left it for a while now. Ederson has been doing fantastically woeful. And and I believe that with the form of most of the Manchester City players, I want to believe that Newcastle can actually surprise Man City on their own front today.
Yes, because Manchester. If you look at Man U Newcastle final Carabao Cup, there's no way you will never have such confidence in the Newcastle goalkeeper on that day. There's no way. They said the guy kept last 20-something months ago. That you touch ball.
Last Karius.
Yes.
Loris Karius.
There's no way you will have rest of mind like anything. One-on-one that Paul has saved Newcastle this season.
So you're talking about consistency now.
Yes.
Opportunities,
Yes.
when you have opportunity to start games play.
Now it's another morale for Newcastle to have their keeper, their main keeper back.
Nick Pope has been very, very fantastic for them this season. It's part of why they are where they are on the table.
Okay, so you're going for a draw. Ladi Martins is going for Newcastle United, and you're also saying that Real Madrid will lose tonight. Yep. You said Manchester United will lose.
Yep.
So meaning the two Manchester sides will lose.
Yep. Mark my word, Olex.
Olex are laughing.
So the game between Manchester City and Newcastle United has started. Should we run down the...
Let's just really do a rundown before Ladi Martins gives us other predictions he has in his crystal ball this afternoon.
Well, for the Manchester City team, we have Ederson as the keeper, then Kai Walker, Ruben Diaz, we have Manuel Akanji, Nathan Ake over there, Rodri is there, Gundogan is playing, KDB is there, Jack Grealish is there, Phil Foden, and Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland's form so far, I don't know how he's going to fare in this particular game.
Okay, well, you just look at that of Manchester City squad, but let us look at that of Newcastle United starting 11 ahead of Manchester City. Remember, 2 minutes, 3+ minutes into this game, the side which is ongoing at the Etihad Stadium. That of Newcastle United, Nick Pope, Bingo, Kieran Trippier, and the backline, Steven Botman, Jamal Lascelles, and we have Dan Burn, Sean Longstaff, Bruno Guimaraes, Jolinton Miguel Almiron, Anthony Gordon, and Callum Wilson. Looking at the bench, we've got Dubravka, Target, Matilda, Anderson, Wheelock, Richie, Murphy, Center, Maximin, and Ishak. But I mean, same. But I also feel like there should be more questions for Newcastle United. You have a different goalkeeper. I was expecting, the goalkeeper that came in the EFL Cup to be on the bench.
You mean Karius?
Nick Kyrgios. Kyrgios, I beg your pardon. Loris Karius, being, on the bench, but he's not on the bench.
I think he's
Karius is actually the fourth goalkeeper.
Okay.
Even he wasn't supposed to play that game.
at all.
Dubravka came in. Was cup tied. He came in from United, so he couldn't. Also, they had no option than to just pick Karius for that game. And
So
we all know the history of Loris Karius.
We
that thing is
just one game.
It's not just one game.
You don't understand what I'm saying.
It's 2 games.
2 finals, that year it was a real howler, and that thing has continued to haunt him,
And don't you think this guy should have just said goodbye to football?
For me, he should have just changed continent.
A league, rather.
Yes, league. Just move from.
He left England.
Yeah, he was in Turkey. He went to Turkey at the point.
Okay, want him out of Europe.
Out of Europe.
Go to
Asia,
maybe Qatar,
Qatar,
Saudi Arabia. Well,
MLS.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point. Maybe
that will have
just
more
right now
boost his
moral.
Because when the news came out that he was the one going to be in goal for Newcastle against the whole history started. How the blunder against Madrid. The final.
For me, I was
Man
United as well.
Yeah, and I think those things it has a way of playing on the psyche of the player. At the end of the day, they still lost, and he considered. I think he made one also a little mistake in that game that I saw. So I think it's just a bad one for them. Right? Maybe he should just, like Ladia said, go to Saudi Arabia or Qatar, or at least he will find a club there where they will be able to need these services and stay away from Europe, because European football is
to Japan.
Japan. England is they don't forgive in England. That's one thing. They don't forgive you.
They will always have your record. And Google doesn't forget as well.
So it's just.
Okay, so let us move away from that. Let's look at other predictions, Ladi Martins.
Manchester, Real Betis, Real Madrid.
Don't talk
All right. Then Liverpool, Manchester United tomorrow at Anfield.
You say Liverpool go.
Oh,
Anfield.
Now we understand.
Anfield.
That's why
The last time United won at Anfield was in 2016. So
16.
It's going to be a difficult match for
Tommy, I need to hear
some boys
Tommy
are
Soros,
back
okay.
in the squad.
Some boys.
But anything
like
can happen.
Who are the boys now? Who are the boys?
Diego Jota is back.
Okay.
He once came and he returned again.
Firmino is back.
The Firmino that is leaving at the end of the season.
Yes, he's leaving.
But let's talk about Firmino leaving at the end of the season. I mean, don't you think some of the players should have left before the start of the season? The likes of Mo Salah, Sadio Mane, Firmino.
Wait, hold up.
I mean, that could have created room for more players to have come in.
Hold up. Did you just mention Mo Salah leaving Liverpool?
I mean, he extended his contract, but
there's a rumor like last week that the agent is trying to
get him out of Liverpool.
Yes.
But I mean,
but later on they come out said is
to debunk.
I think they were trying to maybe discuss a new contract for him, but I think
he's already on a new contract.
You mean Salah?
Yes.
No. Okay, I thought you were talking of Firmino.
No.
Okay, Salah. Yeah, Salah. Salah signed a new contract last at the end of last season.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, signing a new contract, it could have thought better.
I think it's all about the forward line. The departure of Mane.
The 2 other players added to the front line.
Yeah.
They did not yet gel to
Nunes
that squad.
Nunes.
Yes, they did not gel to that squad. Assuming
Luis,
Diego Jota is not injured, Liverpool should not be on the 60th position right now. Because if you check most times that Nunes played, out of 10,
he misses a lot of chances.
like 9
Yeah.
But
I think now the confidence is coming back to
back because the way the guy is playing now is like more of assist than be aggressive that I want to score.
Maybe over expectation. Maybe over expectation is what is really happening.
Yes, because they bought him and Alan together. It's like Alan is stopping goal. Yes, you two can do same.
And I also think Liverpool are suffering from let me say a kind of hangover. From last season. Last season They were in all the finals. They played almost all the games to the last minute.
And World Cup also did
So,
not
and
help
with
this
the World
season
Cup,
as
Why
well.
so
you guys
you know
not
at the
talking
point.
about the coach?
No,
Not
I
the
don't think it
coach.
has to
It's
do
not
with
the
the coach.
It's player.
All about to do
The
with the team.
Player morale is
And-
seriously down.
And I think they didn't bring in enough cover, especially in midfield. You know, look at Fabinho, Anderson. Those guys, they've really worked hard in the last couple of years, and you need to at least bring in players to be able to, assist to back up the team. So I think those are some of the things that they've been suffering from this season, which it has not been good for them. But maybe towards next season they will work out something towards to be able to perform better. Right now, I think they are just 6 points away from top 4. So all they need to do is just find consistency, and I think that is one thing they've not done this season. This is not the kind of Liverpool we see. Liverpool that we know they are always but this season the inconsistency has been a major
consistent one for them.
Yeah, consistently inconsistent. So that's been Liverpool's problem this season. So,
Okay, and now let's look at another prediction, Ladi Martins.
Yeah, that's all for
So
now. I
Manchester,
just have
you
4.
just said it. Oh, you just have four.
four, yes.
Manchester United to lose,
All the
Manchester
Manchester
City to
United.
lose,
Picks, yes.
Real Madrid to lose.
Yes.
and
Napoli yesterday.
Okay, you
Napoli
put
lost
it now.
yesterday
Lost
by a goal.
Yes, by a goal. But I mean, for Napoli, I think they're just runaway leaders. I mean, look at
Yes,
them.
there's nothing they can do to
18
that.
points gap.
The bus up put it low.
Oh, the law.
You don't
if,
go.
if it was to be an Arsenal team like that, like you can say that.
No,
But
Kolo.
That Napoli, I think is in fact it would take maybe losing all the remaining games for them not to win that series.
Which they can, which
Because
they
which is
can
not
do.
possible.
is it yesterday or day before yesterday? This guy Gary Neville said if Arsenal, the way Arsenal is playing now, it's making sense. But give them the remaining 6 games to go. That is when you will know whether they will leave the
Yeah,
top
Leave the
eight
yeah,
or
title
not.
or
yeah,
not.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, another thing is you just look at the manager handling Arsenal back then. Look at the confidence of the team and look at the hunger in the team. Look at other teams. You look at the likes of Chelsea. Look at the kind of players they have. Look at the investment in Chelsea. Look at the investment in Manchester United when they won treble. Look at, I mean, having the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Rooney, Tevez in that team. Look at Chelsea that had the like of Frank Lampard, Terry, having DJ Drogba, Salomon Kalou, all these guys, hungry players to that of Arsenal. Maybe the only thing that was in their senses then was the unbeaten they had. So, like, go from the past. Living on the old glory. But, I mean, we have messages here, and this is coming from Duke Periayo, Ayodeji Alvin.
It says, good afternoon, Oladapo, Favor, and the guys in the other end of the studio. It's going to be a tough game between City and Newcastle. It's either a draw or a slim win for Manchester City. You still believe Manchester City can win this game? Okay, we see. Well, Agubi Adishari says, good afternoon. Noah Alatishi says, good job. I'm here. Keep it up. Thank you very much.
Okay, well, remember the Formula One season is back, and 3 final standings. Here is a team sheet. Here is what the team sheet looks like ahead of this afternoon's qualifying session. Fernando Alonso of Aston Martin, number 1. Max Verstappen of Red Bull, 2nd. Sergio Perez of Red Bull, 3rd. Lewis Hamilton of Mercedes, 4th. Charles Leclerc of Ferrari, 5th. George Russell of Mercedes, 6th. Lance Stroll, Carlos Sainz, Oscar Piastri, Pierre Gasly in the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th position. But let's also look at this. I mean, the new Formula One season is back. But before you say anything, we need to allow DJ Olo spin a beat on the track. And when we come back, we'll go on the break. And so when we now return, maybe Manchester City would have scored or Newcastle United would have done something.
Another banger. I'm in love with plenty women. I know my money, all of them. It no matter the shape or color. I go make sure say I must collect. I get one will be my sponsor. I get one where they call me honey. One where they do me winchy winchy. She they do like patience or soko. Wale color. Get in my room make you lot on. Body they move like a python. Love where they giving me iron. Wale color. After the room to the palace. Then make you post for my canon. Love where they boosting my iron. London to Benin. I pray make I no go reply them. Never to be an love, back to the matter, oh. Since I dey look at your picture, oh. Girl, you go finish my data, oh. Asa pete proko to makule. My desi girls from my explore. Them anywhere me adore. If they no do, no be by force. Plenty way they will go conquer. They will go conquer. Enter the room, give me your phone. Make them no go see me for blood. Wale, color. Get in my room, make you lot on. Body they move like a python. Love way they giving me iron. Wale, color. After the room to the palace. Then make you post for my canon. Love way they boosting my iron.
Yo, what's up?
Do not touch that dial. You know the radio you tune to, it's your Remedy dial, 93.9 Solutions FM. Your number one Remedy dial.
Feel it! Sorry, why I am 93.9 FM.
International Marketing, GSM Country Labaki, Agbekale Arela Tosha, LCDA, Antibadan, not local government, Tofimo Uptown Diamond and Landscaping Limited. Kápákì tuntun yìí o, ṣọ́ọ̀bù rẹpẹtẹ láti kọ́ síbẹ̀ fún ọ̀rọ̀ ajé.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, gbogbo onímọ́tò ayọ́kẹ́lẹ́ ká àti tírélà máa wọlé páàkì jáde nínú ọjà láìsí ogún mi ọ̀tẹ̀mí. Ọ̀rọ̀ agbémọ́tò wọnú Bódìjà ọjà àríbi páàkì sí ti kú mbẹ́. Àyè gbọ́kọ̀sí tó fẹ̀ tó lè gba ọkọ̀ tó lé nígbà ló wà ní ọjà Bódìjà báyìí o. Bẹ́ẹ̀ làwọn ṣọ́ọ̀bù rẹpẹtẹ wà mbẹ̀ tá a ti kọ́. Ẹ tètè wá ra tí mbẹ̀ kó tó tán. GSM Car and Trailer Park tó wà lórí odò ẹran kára Bódìjà. Ibẹ̀ fini lọ́kànbalẹ̀. Onílé ìkẹ́rùsí warehouse, car wash, security, automated gate àbáwọlé jáde. All wà mbẹ̀. Ilé oúnjẹ kódà panápaná wà mbẹ̀. Solido Real Estate Consult nílé iṣẹ́ tó ń tàwọn ṣọ́ọ̀bù yìí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ti débẹ̀ shop F26 ni wọ́n wà. Ẹ pè 0053535064.
Pankale Messi máa bọ̀ wá kó wá ṣèjọba o. Ìwọ la ó dìbò yàn o. Tètè máa bọ̀ wá kó wá ṣèjọba. Ìwọ la ó dìbò yàn. Adébáyọ̀ máa bọ̀ wá kó wá ṣèjọba. Ìwọ la ó dìbò yàn o. Tètè máa bọ̀ wá kó wá ṣèjọba. Ìwọ la ó dìbò yàn. Gbogbo ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ pátápátá ti ń retí rẹ o. Ìwọ la ó dìbò yàn. Tètè máa bọ̀ wá kó wá ṣèjọba. Ìwọ la ó dìbò yàn.
Káàbọ̀ Àkànó, Adébáyọ̀ Adélabú pẹ̀ǹkẹ̀lẹ̀ mẹ́ẹ̀sì. Gbogbo ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ti ń retí rẹ̀. Ìwọ la ó dìbò wa fún Accord lẹ́gbẹ́ wa. Òkè téńté la wà lórí ìwé ìdìbò. Àtàǹpàkò làmí wa. Báyọ̀ Adélabú dé, ìrànlọ́wọ́ dé fún tilé toko.
Ìwọ la ó dìbò yàn o. Tètè máa bọ̀ wá kó wá ṣèjọba. Ìwọ la ó dìbò yàn.
It's Saturday Sports Safari. It's Saturday Sports Safari.
$1 baby, I'm gonna do decoration. I'm feeling me about me. I don't see screenshots. My trade is putting on down. Like I hear me on the jobber. Physicality put in Russia. Simultaneous equation that's balance. Find X or Y. Assignment for those who they doubt me.
What you about to say? I'm on a bounce here. I want to make your good dream if you can't see. Big bash on you $1 billion to lay me. I know they put my mouth for anything when you consign. Offer your sock, we have more. If not to get what's the cash, you lomo logo, my faramo. Mudaro Modu Muche Garaton. Shoot baby, but I saga listen. I'm a logo Garala.
To the lobby. Baba Fatima. Check him, I wish you love. My friend did the drinking coffee. Once the base, they better for life to you. Mikasa, Sukasa. Ida Maritoni Lamba, Ibana Bacha, Abracadabra, Propaganda, Ila Pupo, Usun Toguru, Filari, Pitadidi. Ogotana, Tana, 1 billion words, Levinatova Pana, Asala to Jama, Ibano, Ibano, Ogotana, Tana, Levinatova Pana, Asala to Jama. Fajablogun, better with our whole church, all of mosque. Money is a must, I'm a Russian cause. You can beg a little bit, you for me, and wish around. Being tossed in Monaco for a person. I told you I took Palazzo. Because it's time for $1 million. I go for balance, keep us awake, and you can buy me.
no girl killer. Oh, I come out just a motor come and share it. I want to meet on the wild. I know I love her, cause I have one man.
Okay, to the lobby. Baba Fatima. Take him a bush in love. My friend, you better take him funky. Once the best, they don't for life. It's here. Casa, Sukasa. You don't know the Tony Lamba. You don't have Bacha. Abracadabra. Propaganda. La Pupo. Kusan Toburu. Filari, you can do it.
What time is it?
Better mix of music on Solutions 93.9 FM.
And we push it.
Cause me I don't dare, me I feel good. Give me one shot or two. I doubt if I go feel more. Traboski already. Body me shallow me. Traboski already. Body me shallow me. Traboski already. Body me shallow me. But there was that fighting me. One time for the babes, I put on the premium flex. I'm also at the flex, now you, I really like text. I tell you something, you do like me, no one learn. I know they really like flex. No, yeah,
I know this soon, soon. I know the falala. She don't be a man then. Your vibe is an anthem. Oh, Babylon song, ladies are no. She don't be a man then. Your vibe is an anthem. Oh, Babylon song, ladies are no. Oh, Babylon song, oh, me number, oh, Babylon song, ladies are no. Oh, Babylon song, oh, Babylon when I drop past me, I know one stop. No love come if I do you wrong. Milking so bad, no go complain. Don't they come and feed my money. So bad, me go so bad.
It is your weekend radio station, baby.
I call your name when I ask me. Gee, that guy is my guy. Jeffrey's not my guy, not my guy. MK and Jumke for life. Vina Super V, she's my friend. Yeah, Chiefy Kukura. Snuggle from Ghana. B7, be my guy. You be my G, be my G.
Yeah, I'm feeling good tonight.
price no be money.
I love DJ Alex.
This thing they happen to anyone. I come from nothing, enter many things, but this thing they happen to anyone. Yeah. I live the life that I love the life that I live. Tomorrow's not promised, but I'll keep the things that I need. Love is in the air, wear face mask. No matter the matter, I'll be rich till I die. I'll be rich till I die.
What time is it?
Better mix of music.
On Solutions 93.9 FM.
I'll be rich till I die. I'll be rich till I die. I'll be rich till I die.
RTID. Well, Kiss Daniel with that one, and that's what everybody has been singing since February. The song dropped in February, right? So, but I was saying something like the likes of Kiss Daniel, Ashake should be paid. They should be paid because they dropped some songs that gave energy to some of the politicians, running for different offices.
Senior advocate of
of
musicians,
Nigerian
SNM.
Yeah, you need to pay them royalty. You cannot be doing go lo lo bugawa, and you cannot be doing don't let me do the
I see they do us.
No. Timaya needs to pay Wiki. That no, it needs to pay Wiki because it happens to be Wiki owns that. Yeah, he got the clue from Wiki, and the guy that sings for Wiki. The back, I think the guy is a Yoruba guy, but sounds like an Igbo guy. I think it's something Toby, but I can't remember the name. But a lot of artists will have to start cashing out now. Same as lawyers, they're cashing out now. But guys, remember it's Saturday Sports Safari live on Real Remedy Radio. Down Solutions 939 FM is a full house. The man with the crystal ball, Ladi Martins, is here. And remember, we said it, and he said that Manchester City will lose.
They are winning.
What's the time now?
30 minutes.
Favor, what's the time? What's the
30 minutes, 27 seconds.
So Mr. Ladi Martins, that Mr. The MR will soon be out.
No, anything can happen. It's just 30 minutes now. So there's still a lot
No, anything can happen, right? Anything can happen.
You know what? Jaya was saying something that the Newcastle energy has dropped, and it's very obvious that it seems they're tired on the pitch. Agree? Disagree?
Yeah, somehow the way they played in the first part of the season, it's not like the way they are playing now. So maybe the players are kind of tired, or maybe they have fatigue.
Or maybe they are like.
And, a player like Almiron, you saw what Almiron did, in the first few games of the season, and even Callum Wilson, but
and Trippier.
Yeah, and even Trippier, yeah. But after the World Cup, they've gone down a little bit, So I think that's what we are seeing right now, and they've not been really scoring that much, I mentioned it before, but if they can just try to get back their scoring form and maybe bring in Maximilian in this kind of game, they need someone like Saint Maximin to trouble that Man City backline. Because if you look at Man City themselves, it's not like Man City they are flowing in confidence. But if you can get at their run at their backline, there are some weaknesses in there where Newcastle can just exploit if they want to get something from this game.
Let us wait till half match. Maybe
the first 45 minutes.
Time, yeah.
Can see that.
Okay, so let's quickly jump straight and look at what is happening in other world of sports. But remember, this is where we serve you the latest based on the score line and goal updates. But hey, remember yesterday, Novak Djokovic I got bundled out of the tennis tournament by Medvedev. No, I need to just say it because when Alcaraz lost in the final, they were like, you understand? But I mean, things are looking good for some of the stars. But looking at games going down, Dubai Tennis Championship, Daniil Medvedev will be up against Andrei Rublev today by 4 o'clock. But in the doubles of the ATP 500, Fabrice Martins and Maxime Cressy are currently up against Lord Gospel and Harry Eileen Varane. And in the Mexican Open in Acapulco, we have Tommy Paul and Alex de Minaur through, because Tommy Paul defeated Taylor Fritz 6-3, 6-7, 7-5, while Alex de Minaur defeated Ogar Noskov-Rune 3-6, 7-5, 6-2, coming from a set down to win that one. At the Chile Open in Santiago, ATP 250, Nicolas Jarry is through to the next round, beating Jannik Hoffman 3-6, 6-3, 6-4. Sebastian Baez will be up against Thomas Echeverry by 10 o'clock, and by 11:30 tonight, Jam Monar will be up against Nicolas Jarry. Austin Open, WTA 250, Varvara Gracheva defeated Sloane Stevens 7-6, 6-3 earlier today, while Daniel Collins will be up against Martha Kostoik, and Varvara Gracheva to be up against Katja Volnet.
Well, the Montreal Open WTA 250, Caroline Garcia, Elisa Martins through. Caroline Garcia defeated Maya Sheriff 6-love 6-4, and Elisa Martins defeated Elizabeth Coxereto. I hope I got that right, 6-2, 6-2. Well, the ATP Challenger for Paul France, the doubles, Albano Olivetti and Dan Added defeated Costain Franzen and Julian Cash. But we have a single going down today by 3 o'clock. Kaichi Uchida and Ugo Umbad will be slugging it out.
Okay, well, moving away from that. I know a lot of guys they're already looking at Haaland to be one of the goal scorers for today. But I mean, looking at the opportunities coming from Manchester City, guys, do you still think Newcastle United can beat Man City?
Yes. I'm telling you, because if seriously, if you check this game,
oh my God,
there's no front line of Newcastle that is threatening the poor defense of Man City in this game.
So that's what makes you feel
once
like
that guy comes in now,
okay,
the game will be different.
The game will be different. Okay, so let's keep our fingers crossed to know when the game will be different. But I mean, what we are seeing here is like Manchester City is fully in charge of this particular one. But let's just quickly take a rundown of some of the games, to go down today in the Premier League.
Okay, by 4 o'clock today, Arsenal will be hosting Bournemouth. Crystal Palace will be going to the home front of Aston Villa. Brighton and Hove Albion will take on West Ham United. Chelsea, holding the 10th place, will be taking on Leeds United. Wolverhampton Wanderers, that Laddie Martins defeated last game, will be taking on Tottenham, and Southampton, that will be by 6:30, will be taking on Leicester City today. In the French League on, Lens will be up against Lille, and Paris Saint-Germain will be up against Nantes. In the German Bundesliga, Wolfsburg will take on Werder Bremen. God, I'm just naming it.
Please go ahead. Favor, go. Go favor.
Just name it
Go favor. Go
okay,
favor.
I'm going to take it one after the other. I don't know why this name gives me issues every Borussia Mönchengladbach. I got it. Yay! Thank God we'll be up against Freiburg.
Yeah, go again. Pronounce the game.
No, leave me alone. Why? See, okay, they want to call you. No, I'm not going back. Well, Bochum will be up against Schalke the next, and Mainz will be up against Hoffenheim. Union Berlin will take on FC Köln, as Stuttgart will be up against Bayern Munich. Sorry, guys.
There's still opportunities for Newcastle United. Can they convert this?
Can they do this?
And
No.
can this
Like,
video equalize?
It's cold. It's cold. It's cold. It's not possible. No.
Okay. Okay, so for Bayern Munich will be in action against Stuttgart on the road by 6:30, and Schalke will be up against the Bochum by 3:30. But Imafo Japita is saying good afternoon in the studio. Happy weekend. Well done, guys. The way we are sound is just the same way some people will just sit down at viewing centers and be, pushing their legs. But let's quickly look at what is happening in the Spanish La Liga. Getafe is currently leading Girona 1-0. 9 minutes of action in that one, and it was Ona who scored in the second minute of that encounter. It was a team goal from Enes Unal, who set free in the area, who was set free in the area by Borja Maroja. And I hope you guys can see what is happening in the studio here. Now, but remember, you can jump on our Facebook fan page, Solutions 939 FM, Solutions 939 FM, to watch us live, Facebook and YouTube. Almeria by 4:15 will be up against the VRL. Elche will be on the road against Mallorca by 6:30, and by 8 o'clock. At 9 o'clock, I beg your pardon, Atletico Madrid will be up against Sevilla. And that time I'll be watching a particular movie. Yeah, you understand. But we'll be watching following the games. We'll be changing stations.
I understand you there. You understand. When you're off work, you just go away from work
My
for it.
dear.
Because since Saturday, let me say
You've
since
been
Friday,
monitoring everything, election.
since Friday to this moment, it's been election. But you just want to have yourself calm and prepared
Yeah.
for next week Saturday. Please do watch the movies and enjoy yourself.
Thank you very
You have it
much.
at
So,
the back of your mind that you are resuming back on.
but when there's breaking news, you will not say that.
Don't worry, I'll be there for you.
Oh shit!
of the media.
Yeah. Okay, the French League on. We've got 2 games going down today. 5 o'clock, Lens will take on Lille, and Paris Saint-Germain will be up against the Nantes. So, guys, let's look at Paris Saint-Germain squad. Let's look at how Lionel Messi, Mbappe, and Neymar have been fantastic so far. But the results are not really speaking for PSG. Well, remember, according to reports, we got Neymar ruled out of the return leg of the UEFA Champions League clash against Bayern. But are things really shaping up for the team?
Yeah, for PSG. Well, if you look at their form in the Ligue 1, you wouldn't say is like something you expect. You expect them to just, like they used to usually do, just roll over the teams. But this season, they've been having some kind of difficulty, trying to get good results on a consistent basis. So, and I think maybe the World Cup, has affected them a bit. Because if you look at some games, you expected them to win. They either drew the game or they lost. So they've been having challenges here and there. But Messi has been performing well this season, and I think also Neymar. Though Neymar is injured now, as usual, he always gets injured at this time of the year. I don't know, something is wrong with Neymar. But for Messi, yeah. But for Messi, at least we've seen a different Messi this season, and I think winning the World Cup has also maybe impacted him. But overall, the team has not been what you expect. But I think they are still topping the league. So you expect them to just go ahead and manage to win the league at the end of the season. But I think their real focus is the Champions League. Because if you look at PSG, the whole investment they've done in the last 5 years is been towards one aim, and that's winning the Champions League. So this season, I think they might not be too bothered with their form in the League One, inconsistent, but they will be hoping that in the Champions League they're able to find some consistent form and just go all the way to get out. I think even if they manage to lose out of the League One this season and win the Champions League, I don't think their fans will be too bothered.
But do you think the manager is good enough to win the Champions League?
Well, it's left to be seen. All the manager needs to do right now, he has everything. No manager in the world that has that kind of PSG's team will complain about not having the right things to work with. So for the manager, it's all about him getting his act together, harnessing what he has. You have 3 of the best players on the planet in your team. So you have Mbappe, you have Messi, you have Neymar. What else do you want? So it's all about getting the right tactics, bringing them all together to get what you want.
But do you know that you can have all the players in the world and the team may not get what they deserve?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
If they don't have the best manager.
It boils down to the manager, and it boils down to how he's able to use what he has, and how tactically aware he is, how tactically good he is. So, and the Champions League is a very, very, is always kind of dicey. You can have the best manager and still not win the Champions League.
Like what is happening to Manchester City?
You got a Man City. Since Guardiola left Barcelona, he has not won the Champions League. A manager like Guardiola, you expect him to rack up maybe 4 or 5 but in Champions League is nobody's.
He never even got to the final of the Champions League with Bayern.
He never even got there.
With Bayern.
With Bayern, yeah. The highest has gone so far is the semi-finals, and he always gets knocked out. So the only team that the Champions League respects is Real Madrid. Any other team, the Champions League doesn't respect any other team. So it's all a combination of both factors. The manager, you must have the right manager. You must also have the right players in your team to be able to go for. But for PSG, well, I don't know. Maybe Gatti will be the man to lead them. They were in the finals in 2020. Thomas Tuchel. I think that's the best they've done so far. But if Gatti is able to take them to the final this season, I think they have a good chance. It's also all about getting together and getting to the final. Once they get to the final, I think they should be able to get it this time around.
Because they have players who have the experience. Sergio Ramos in a team that has won UEFA Champions League.
Right now, they have they have better experience right now. Compared to the team that got there in 2015 under Tuchel. You have Messi. That's won everything to be won. You have Ramos, Donnarumma. You have everything. So they have no excuse this season to be able to get that thing they would really want. And that's the Champions League trophy.
Okay, it's about the what they can win, the UEFA Champions League trophy. But let's also look at let's move away from Europe. Let's come down to Africa here. Let's talk about Nigeria's under-20 national team. Well, they've already qualified for the under-20 World Cup. Moving to the semi-final stage of the tournament in Egypt. And most times, what we always see is that we have a team that will go for a tournament all because of qualifiers for Global Football Showpiece, right? Or going to qualify for a tournament. But with what you've seen so far, in the group stages, they got 6 points. They lost the first game against Senegal, and they won against Egypt and Mozambique before playing against Uganda in the knockout stage. But now with what has happened so far, do you think this team is good for the final?
Well, I think based on what they've been able to do so far, they should be able to make it through to the final and probably win the tournament. Because if you look at them, the first 2 games, I think you said they've gotten 6 points so far, and they've lost only 1 game. So and in those games they've played, they've not really been that bad. Maybe with the exception of 1 game.
That was a Senegal, the opening game.
So I think aside that, they've been decent. So I think they should be able to make skill through. And with Ladamboso, Ladamboso is not new to this kind of stage. He has been here, a number of times. So I think with that experience and with his with the players, he has in the team, I think they should be able to make it, so far.
Why are people not really talking about the under-20 Ladi Martins? Is it because
we don't know, like me, I only watch highlights. I don't know when
it's underage tournament at times. People don't really pay attention.
Except maybe global stage, maybe
except
World
when
Cup.
they go to the final. That's when people start paying attention.
So it now be piling pressure on the team. I see. That is when Ahmed Musa will now call. Ahmed Musa has been talking to the team though. That is when Mr. President or Minister will say, go $1 million per goal, $1,000 per goal. Okay, but we wish the team all the best, right?
It reminds me of what happened to the under-20 Falcons last year. When they got to that final against Germany. Before then, nobody really took notice until they started getting far in the competition, and everybody was paying attention.
Everybody they celebrate with. That's just the thing. But let us also see, most especially the world of NBA, what went down early the wee hours of today for results. I mean, for LeBron James, he's still trying to be fit for LA Lakers. For Golden State Warriors, Steph Curry, according to reports, this man may be available tonight, tomorrow morning. But looking at results of games decided in the wee hours of today, Charlotte Hornets lost 106 to 117 points against Orlando Magic. Atlanta Hawks defeated Portland Trail Blazers 129 to 111 points. Brooklyn Nets defeated Boston Celtics 115 to 105 points, as Chicago Bulls lost 104 to 125 points against Phoenix Suns. Miami Heat lost at home 120 to 122 points against New York Knicks, as Oklahoma City Thunders defeated Utah Jazz 130 to 103 points. Denver Nuggets defeated Memphis Grizzlies 113 to 97 points, as Golden State Warriors defeated New Orleans Pelicans 108 to 99 points. LA Clippers, just 1 point difference between LA Clippers and Sacramento Kings, as the Kings won that game based on their name. As the LA Lakers 102 to 110 points lost against Minnesota Timberwolves. We'll have a game tonight, which is Washington Wizards versus Toronto Raptors. We'll share along with
Who's laughing?
It's favor
8
now.
points.
It's favor.
Multi-calculated.
Yeah, I will,
8 points in it.
and we will play against Golden State Warriors
All right.
tomorrow.
I pray LeBron comes back on time.
Yeah, but I think for LeBron James, I mean, it's not only LeBron James that is injured in that team. They've got,
Anthony Davis.
yeah. So things are not. But you look at some teams. In football, we call them a team with one player.
Yeah, one-man team.
One man team. You understand? I think that is what is happening to, LA Lakers and Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, they rely too much on LeBron, to do things for them. And since LeBron broke that record, that all-time NBA scorers, I think their form has kind of started going down again. So I think they just need to maybe bring in more players and stop relying on. I think the same thing is happening to Golden State
Warriors. Steph Curry. But results are coming for Golden State Warriors.
Right now Golden State Warriors, they have other players that are stepping up.
Yeah, it happened to them I think 3 seasons ago.
3 seasons ago they had this problem, but that time they didn't have other players. But this season they have other players that are coming to the players like Jordan Poole. Draymond Green is also there, and so I think that's what's still helping Golden State a bit compared to Lakers, where the whole focus has been on LeBron James. And LeBron James, age is not on his side these days. He's about 38 years old, and you cannot compare the LeBron James of today with the LeBron James that he had, back then. So I think that's one of the things that Lakers need to work on.
Okay, but you still need to have the players that can say,
definitely.
this is our guy.
Yeah,
this is my guy.
So of course you have to have like a.
Favor doesn't have it. She's teamless.
In the NBA.
What is it?
Say in the NBA.
In the NBA. You are teamless.
Teamless.
You know what she's going to do? She's going to pick a team that is later.
As usual.
There's something I've noticed about young striker. He's always trying to put me in some teams, like speaking
I
on
am
my
not
behalf.
putting
because you always
now
declare your
he's
teams.
What am I talking? No.
Golden State Warriors?
No, the SAM now. Senior advocate of musicians. He wants to be my own advocate now. So that's what he's trying to do.
Tell us your team.
In the NBA, I don't know. Maybe because of my height, I'm not really into basketball.
Oh.
That's it.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
But don't worry. The times you enjoy basketball is when it gets to the playoffs.
Yeah, the playoffs.
The playoffs.
Very,
I mean,
very
I think she
exciting.
enjoyed the last season's playoff. Yeah, she loves it.
Yeah.
And so when they now get to the finals as well.
We now know the baba.
So,
exactly.
So that's why you want to have a team.
No, not when I'm going to have a team. That's when I'm going to follow
No, we look for one thing for you.
Yes, we get that.
Look for
Leave
one
me
thing.
alone.
Most especially just with fine boys.
We look for one thing for you.
we get her a team that has fine boys.
At least wasn't you people that ask
No,
me
a team
to
like
love.
you can support a team like Milwaukee Bucks. When you're talking of fine boys, Milwaukee
I don't want
Bucks.
boys. I
They
don't
have
want boys.
they have
I want
guys.
results. That's
Yeah,
what
they're
I'm
also
looking
having
They
results.
give you results.
For instance, my Saka can look like a boy. Cannot be handsome.
Let's go.
We're talking
But
of
it's giving me the
NBA.
results that I need. Let's leave NBA. It's giving me the results that it never disappoints. That's
So
what I do.
okay, what you're trying to tell us now? You're an Arsenal fan.
I'm not an
Are you an
Arsenal
Arsenal
fan.
fan?
You are not an Arsenal fan, but you like Saka. You like Saka.
If I now
You
told
keep calling
that
Saka your baby.
Saka is my baby.
Wait till
Saka is my love.
wait till Arsenal leave the title. What do you say?
And she's not following her.
And she's not an Arsenal
I'm
supporter.
not an Arsenal fan.
Then what club do you support?
Okay, for instance, now.
What is for instance? Like say mini bally of Nigerians.
Guys, leave me alone.
Obligo. Gigi. Fresh. Oblili. Betty no feel living. Kolo loko sita lie. Ọmọ tèmi kọ́ rárá. Betty no feel hate my mother. Kolo le wọ́n sita lie. Mama tèmi kọ́. One day my come from the ghetto. So get, you ghetto. So ghetto. Oh ghetto, then forget. Yeah. When I give my attack, oh you defend. Reset to your defense. Oh ghetto, then forget. Yeah. So you see back when they go. Celebo, for settle. Yeah. You see I learn from the best to the best. Davido, so ghetto.
chance, my brother. For this life and another life. Suddenly from good and better. You know, easy, baby, alive. All life. 1 a.m. left of the ghetto. To get, I get to, like I said, oh, get to, then forget. No easy to get to get. I get to, like I said, oh, get to, then forget. And I get to the ghetto myself.
I love DJ Owens.
Forget, mama, I came in with less you. Don't pass yourself, you. They bless you. Forget yourself. Yeah. When you're around tonight, tell me if you don't mind, would you come to my tell me if you don't mind, would you come to my tell me if you don't mind.
Keep it 93.9.
But when I step in my new school, vanilla Bottega boots. Me no body can step on my shoes. Me no body can kill my groove. I'm fresher than you. I'm keeping my cool, cause my pocket is full. Jejeli, I be catching my cruise. Anything I buy, I'm buying for two. For me and my boo. Don't step on my shoes. Monday to day, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Every motherfucking day, I buy you. Akade, Jasha, la 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 Friday. Monday to day, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You know every motherfucking day, I buy you. Like that day, could that day, losing that day. When I step in my new school, vanilla Bottega boots. Me no body can step on my shoes. Me no body can kill my groove. I'm fresher than you. I'm keeping my cool, cause my pocket is full. Jejeli, I be catching my cruise. Anything I buy, I'm buying for two. For me and my boo, don't step on my shoes.
But on a night or day, I'm always on my own day. I do one before and I go do one again. I'm gonna my journey, my grade all day tonight. At day 5, you know like me, come on my side. No be crying to they shine alone. But do they make all of the girls go down, down? Have you ever seen a cool Richie with a drip like me? Oh yeah, yeah. Anywhere I pull up, you know say I wanna be VIP. Oh yeah, yeah. Boy, too calm and attention, then them I feel that steez. Perfume man when I walk by, all of them I feel
when
that
I step in my new school, vanilla Bottega boots. Me nobody can step on my shoes. Me nobody can kill my groove. I'm fresher than you. I'm keeping my cool, cause my pocket is full. Jejeli, I be catching my cruise. Anything I buy, I'm buying for two. For me and my boo, don't step on my shoes. Monday to day, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You know every motherfucking day I buy you. Akade, Jasha, la 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 Friday. Monday to day, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You know every motherfucking day I buy you. Like that day, could that day, losing that day. You know I'm a bad man, and I keep calm cause I can't shout technically. Full time, no be half time, and you know, chandelier, no be lantern. Oh, when you she smell low, step out with portfolio. At 1942, Latin Mutan, Julio. First class, lorry plane, but for school, before call. I think you're the team, when you walk with the party and the money. All of my killing in the phone. Oh, we be living on the fast lane. Lifestyle we living. When I step in my new school, vanilla with the gaboo. Me nobody can step on my shoes. Me nobody can.
What time is it?
A better mix of music.
On Solutions 93.9 FM.
And we push it.
Malia. Immanuel. Ta ló sọ pé kò fọ̀kẹ́? OPP ó pọ̀ pa, OPG ó pọ̀ gan. Ta ló sọ pé kò fọ̀kẹ́? OPP ó pọ̀ pa, OPG ó pọ̀ gan. Àwọn ọmọ ají ló mọ́tò, ají bàbá yá, àwọn ọmọ mi ṣokoṣoko. Àwọn ọmọ ají ló mọ́tò, ají bàbá yá, àwọn ọmọ mi ṣokoṣoko. Let's talk about
I love DJ Owens.
ta ló sọ pé kò kọ̀kẹ́ OPP ó pọ̀ pa OPG ó pọ̀ gan ta ló sọ pé kò kọ̀kẹ́ OPP ó pọ̀ pa OPG ó pọ̀ gan.
Body now, make her rockin' now, until loving her. If you give me now, I go shooting now, like a Benzema. Bring that body now, make her rockin' now, until loving her. If you give me now, I go shooting now, like a Benzema. See the girl they want today. Belly way they make you they want today. Dance and they dance like you want today. Girl you're the bench they want today. See the girl they want today. Belly way they make you they want today. Dance and they dance like you want today. Girl you're the bench they want today.
You can never reach my pace. This no be beats by Dre. No, they don't, I beg you bring that waist. Say, man got a Midas touch. Flow got a mean ass punch. Look at what I gone and done. Still you get one by one. I bet no go they touch your chest. This one be the new anthem. Sorry, it's just you and your friends meet me and my friends. It be we and them.
Call me Mufasa, yeah Mufasa, not Mustafa, not Mustafa. Hello Alpha, no Poposa.
Girl, your body, Sina, I shake and we shakala. She say, looking at me good. Roll like a rolling boat. Oh, pussy, nene. Body to move like the two guys. I don't come out to tap it. Bede kale. Girl, your body is a controller. Girl, your body is a controller. Your body do me jungle over. Say your body do me jungle over. Kilo bay, kilo fenono. Jump bay, kilo bay, kilo manu. Jump fa, your body.
Call me Mufasa, yeah Mufasa. Call me Mufasa, yeah Mufasa. Not Mustafa, not Mustafa, not Mustafa, not Mustafa. Hello Alpha, no Poposa.
Girl, your body, Sina, I shake and we shakala. She say, looking me good. I the roll like a rolling boat. Oh, pussy, nene. Body to move like do can. I come out to tap. Bede kale.
I love DJ Owens.
Party Monday to Friday, party after party, 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 after party. I want to shut after party. I want to come with after party. I want to come after party. You better, oh your baby, oh your bobo shawty, oh your baby. Oh baby, oh your bobo. Look, I'm a late, love. Based on speed, but party. Party after party. Light day after shot day. Party after party. Party after party. Party after party. Party after party.
Favor, are you the one sounding like that?
Party after party.
Now, what I'm feeling in the studio is like Favor needs to go for a hangout. She needs to go for a party. I don't know. Maybe you have guys having party very soon. Ladi Martins, do you have anybody having birthday party very soon?
If you have anybody having a party, I'm going to go.
Do you have any party very soon? You don't have anybody?
Not this month.
Not this month. Otilo.
Told me.
Let's go to Lagos. There's party in Lagos.
Where? Which day?
Next month after election.
Next month.
You're not in law. No, she needs to get motivation before the election.
But you can't get enough parties in
Shout out,
Ibadan now.
shout out to Favor Lorotola. She was up and down doing everything last week Saturday when we were outside.
Another one is coming again. Don't worry. We'll be up and down.
I'll get you a shot.
This coming one will not be the last one.
No, yes.
Will not be the last one.
Sure. But shout out to you guys. No, shout out to you guys. No, sure. Trust me, man.
It will not be the last one.
You're supposed to see my message now. You're supposed to see my message. I'm not saying I'm in on the attack, but no, Allah. Don't worry, I'll get you a shot. So everything will be sorted. You understand?
You get me a shot.
To favor.
Leave it tight.
Who are you now? Ladi Martins, can you leave this conversation?
Sorry, is it going to be tight? Sorry, is it going to be tight? A tight shot or a like blue blah big one, blah blah blue.
Don't worry.
Tell me, quick question. I want to ask one question.
So
how will you do on your wedding day? Will you dance? You know they dance.
Because it's a normal thing now.
It's not normal. I don't think it's going to be normal.
I'm not a good dancer, so I'm not a good dancer. I'm not a good
for that event.
I'm not
even if you don't know how to dance.
You will dance by force. That one. Everybody dances by that day.
I'm looking forward to that day.
I'm not a good dancer, so I don't know.
I will
not from experience.
Because
I've done a lot with people.
As men in suits, men in Akara, men in Agbada.
I know a lot of guys that you always see them anytime they hear music, they will just stand like
sorry,
one.
Me, I'm going to be like a party.
But that day, you will see them like, guy.
If I don't know. On Saturday, that day is going to be a Saturday, though.
But do you know what I'm feeling right now? For guys who have events or who have been celebrating events since February and who continue to before the handover, are they going to take their money? But they're going to spend for party.
Nobody.
It's going to be a cashless event.
Cashless party.
Yes,
cashless event.
Some of these band they complain these days like
those ones
they just sing for
nothing
people,
but they get their money before coming for shows. That is also part
of
the reason.
That's
the one
not
they
their
get
target.
And now is that extra?
Collecting money is not their target.
That spraying is
the
extra.
People that they are going to meet on that day.
That they are going to sing praise.
Can you
the extra cash?
Okay, but now this is it.
Cashless event.
If now because it's Saturday Sports Safari, everything is not only sports, but I mean we look at other things, guys. Now, told me if you're getting married, what would you rather prefer to do? Get a DJ or get a live band?
Well, I think I prefer a live band if I have the opportunity. Yeah.
Why?
I like live music. I like the sound of the live. There's something. Yeah. Hearing those sounds live. There's something. If you have ever been to all these live shows, you understand. Those DJs are also good, but I'll prefer to go for a live band.
Martins, which will you prefer?
Definitely live band.
Live band, yeah.
Yes,
why live band?
DJ cannot give me that.
Yeah, that sound. There's.
Lex, you are not listening to.
But that's not to say DJs don't have their place. Definitely
they
DJs we have their place.
Not
yeah.
that vibe.
Yeah, but
you understand.
If you guys are listening to us, we are live on Facebook. Or you can post your comments.
Yeah, so
which will you prefer? Today is Saturday.
Yeah.
It's a day to another election. I mean, it's a week to another election, right? A week after. Is a week after presidential and a week to governorship polls. But I mean, we are talking about money here. CBN disbursed money to INEC.
When for INEC,
they disbursed money to the security officials, the observers, and the like.
To citizens.
Where is the cash? We have not been seeing. I know is INEC not?
I have a friend that works with CBN. The guy called me on Monday that there's no cash at CBN.
Inside CBN.
So where the cash?
Is it CBN of Ibadan or Lagos or Abuja?
Don't let me mention.
Okay, don't mention.
See, now the question
they closed that day 12:30.
If there is no
PM.
cash, the thing now
or AM.
PM.
If there is no cash in CBN, let's look at this analysis. So if there is no cash in CBN, and as yesterday the Supreme Court let us have our 1,000 and 500 naira back.
Yeah.
Where are we going to get the money?
So that's what I'm saying. I expect, based on what happened, the pronouncement yesterday, I expect that as from Monday things start getting back to normal because I can't.
I like your expectation.
I can't wait. It will surface. This is Nigeria. We know.
Do you know what? I just hope that the old 500 and 1,000 naira notes have not been confiscated.
That's the thing.
I'm not sure.
We don't know what's happening.
Because Supreme Court gave the judgment yesterday.
Yes.
That we can spend.
Yes.
Okay. that we can spend. Have you been spending your own?
No, the
Have you-
smoker said it can
they
be in
said
circulation.
we
Yeah,
can spend.
and
that
it
will
should
be-
be in
that will
circulation
back
till
till
to the end of the
31st
year.
of
Yeah.
December.
They should bring it back.
So whether
They
you
said we can spend,
you can
not
spend-
to bring it back.
no, I think it also that's the implication. Like
Cannot- why
you
will
can
you
also
bring it
You
back?
don't understand.
When last did you see the
When
new
last
naira
did you
note?
see-
We still have a lot of people
Tommy,
that has
with
this
the-
money.
Tommy,
Yeah,
Tommy, it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
you are working in.
I'm not
old
working
money
in
this
bank.
thing.
please.
When was the last time you saw 200
Please, I'm
naira
not-
new notes?
As
200 naira new
as
notes.
I yesterday.
When last did you
yesterday-
see new naira notes, laddie?
Well, I've been spending the.
That will be today Saturday. Wednesday.
New naira notes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mint,
I
abi.
saw,
Yes.
no, not mint to 1,000 naira.
Old.
New 1,000
New
naira.
old.
New
old.
1,000 naira.
New old.
New old 1,000
New
naira.
old.
Yes.
Tommy, when last
Yeah,
did you see
I
the-
still saw this week. I still saw.
Is
you
it
know,
the
I see-
mint?
Yeah,
or-
the mint. Yeah, mint. I still
Okay.
saw even the 500, the 200. I still saw.
Favor, I
you
don't
know.
need to ask you. I know your situation. You know, Favor is always part of the people that queue up. Only 1,000 naira.
Dapo, yesterday
thing
I want
was-
to collect.
it was a
They
battle.
said it's 1,000 naira. How much do I use to collect 1,000 naira?
200.
300 naira.
Don't
Where?
worry, you
Nibo.
guys.
Ojo.
You guys.
There was a military guy standing in front of that guy. I said I want to withdraw. The guy said 300. I was like, what's wrong with you?
Soros,
Soros, okay. I now look back and I saw that soldier guy standing. I was like,
That's
okay,
right.
take my ATM, give me the
You
700
should not
naira.
worry.
The guy are like, hold on. I have to wait for that soldier guy to leave that.
Does that mean that we are the ones giving ourselves problem?
I'm not saying well, let me say yes, we are the one, because that guy that collected 300 naira extra charges from me will have used 200 naira to get 1,000 naira.
I
So
understand.
he too has to put his own money on it.
Yeah.
But this is it. But which is wrong? Now
Totally wrong.
this is where I'm going to. The reason I will not use band for my wedding.
So that you won't spray money.
No, this is it. When I pay the band, I will pay you for coming. I will pay for sound,
Sound
and you still expect me to pay you at the event
to spray you.
to spray you. And when my own guests want to spray me, you still be the ones telling those people that will hold notes to
Those
be
notes,
getting
calling
their
name,
names.
can you call-
And while they are spraying you, the band will should be using leg to match money.
If they use leg is
I
better.
think-
If they use leg is better.
think-
He will install one of his band boys among the people standing
be
with you,
taking
like
money.
just be spraying it, sir. We will deliver the money.
I think that's one of
Because
the
it has happened in a
advantages.
party like that.
Yeah.
After the party, we need to fight. Like,
Mm,
guy,
I
it
think,
is not for your back.
you know,
It is for Okoyawo.
I think looking at this whole thing holistically, this policy, I think that's one of the advantages on the long time. All these ban, you are talking of spray money. I think it's even in the law. I don't know, but I think there's a law against that.
Yes,
spraying,
I do.
but nobody obeys that law. But so I think this policy, on the long run, those are the things it's going to be resolved. This issue of
It
spraying
will,
money,
it will, but
and
you
to
know-
sanitize. People just misusing the currency and matching on it.
You see, Tommy, I understand where you.
I think
what you're saying is good.
Yeah.
Right? But I now asked, I once asked the question that is it compulsory? Why is it compulsory that you must spend mint at the party?
I think it's a culture, it's a mentality. It's
And
just
you know,
Nigerian.
there's a party.
I love it, you said
There's a
mentality.
party.
It's a mentality.
There's a party. They don't spray. They hand over.
Which one is handover? It's like
Hand over the
Hand
Yes,
over
they
the-
fail. They don't spray.
I think that's
They
a
will
new method.
Yes, they will just hand over.
But do you know a new method? Now they make some papers that look like money. You transfer money to the person and they will give you the equivalent of what you transfer. So that's what you are going to spray.
That one is not
Except-
going to work because in this country,
It
they
has
like.
worked. Have you not been seeing it on Instagram?
See, that one is there. If you call this, should I mention an artist?
Except
No,
fake
you're
notes.
talking about Wasiu Ayinde.
Exactly.
Wasiu was the first person.
After that, has he collected such?
Well, maybe he has not posted, but the video I saw, he even
He's
saying that he happens to be the first Nigerian artist to go for events and get a dummy note at events.
Wow.
So
And after
I
that, nothing. They hand over to Wasiu. They
I'm
don't spray
not-
Wasiu
I'm-
anymore.
I'm not saying they don't hand over to him, but what I'm saying is that's another process. That's another method. Because I mean, like what Tommy said is like it has become
It's a culture, it's a mentality.
A
Nigerians feel,
mentality
if you go to parties, you
that
need
you
to
must
spray.
spray. And the reason some people don't even go for events is when they don't have. They
Yeah.
would rather not go if they don't have money
And
to
if you're at
spray.
a party like that and others are spraying and you don't spray, you start feeling somehow like, maybe you start feeling odd,
Yes,
You
like-
get
which is not supposed to be.
Favor should bear me with me.
Which is not supposed to be.
They will tell you that over party me economy lowo.
Can you imagine?
Do you understand?
And you said you know
like, I buy clothes.
How old is this guy that is spraying money?
You
I want to
understand?
buga.
I think those are the things we need to change in this country.
But actually, okay, I think someone is calling you. Who is this? Okay, now I don't know who's listening to me right now. Olex will be part of the guys that will play in my events.
Definitely.
You understand?
Have choice.
Olex, you don't have choice.
There will be band.
There will be band.
There will not be band.
There will be band.
I said there will not be
Bandless.
band.
You want to go band? You want to go bandless?
Wait. You want to
bandless?
There's going to be band.
Bandless.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
They will pay you money. Olex play for you.
Hello, someone there. Hello.
Go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
That's good. 0909.
Hello, who's there?
It's nobody. It's Afefe.
I think
okay.
There should be a bandless policy.
See,
the way we are going.
See, the way
bandless
it's only DJ. It's only DJ that knows correct Tugba music.
That's the
because
thing. Just
don't let me lie to you. You invite DJ, not Olexo. You invite DJ, not Olexo. You invite DJ. It's giving you. You have old school people among you, and it's giving you recent music.
Hip hop.
See, I've worked with Olex, yes, and I've also worked with some guys as an MC, right? And I've worked with some DJs where they will give you contemporary music. They will give you high life.
Depends on the person you are. Yeah, yes. Depends on the person.
As soon as they see the lineup of the program, oh, this is a dance between father-daughter dance
and juggle.
You understand? It's just like you going for naming ceremony. You will know that there's going to be selection of songs.
You know what, definitely. I might need to differ on what you're both saying.
Because I feel you people are thinking like Yoruba people.
Because you want to spray cash.
It's not about cash.
It's not about the
Why
cash.
will you collect money for show and you still want them to spray you?
No, I agree with you.
It's not about the cash. Look at it from my own point of view. First off, my entrance, I cannot use the live band.
That is one.
I cannot, because they will not give me the feel that I really want. They'll be giving me I don't want that. I do not want it. For my first dance, is the live band that's not going to play. So let's just do it this way, so that we are not going to, offend our mothers and offend every other person. I'm going to have both.
Yeah, sure.
The DJ will be there.
So
the live band will be there.
What gives you the assurance that the DJ, that your parents cannot dance to sounds from the DJ?
They will not.
This is Sound God DJ Olex.
I
think I laugh himself.
Parents will not dance to those kind of music.
I think they do. It depends on the music the DJ is playing. I've been to.
That's what I'm saying.
For the mothers, our mothers can dance. Go lo, let me see you.
On that day, who are the people that is most important on that day?
We are the ones.
The husband and wife.
Yes.
Go and check it. Go and check on weddings. They always forget to give them food.
The couple
after the bite of cake.
Oh my God!
And 1 cup of drink.
True.
I'm telling you the
that's
truth.
True. I had the opportunity to best.
I'm telling you the truth.
A few years ago, and you won't believe it that she did not eat a drop of rice until after.
There's no.
I was the one that kept her food.
Except they have someone that monitors them, that will feed them on that day. The rest. You be seeing your Yahoo from the far.
Man.
Like they don't serve them in that corner.
It can never be me.
I've
at least 2 coolers have to be waiting reserved. You understand?
Waiting is different from eating during that party. You will not.
Do you know how many best man events I've had? Do you know how many suits I have? And
should be selling suits by now.
My job is to monitor the couple, most especially the groom, to make sure that they eat.
See,
you understand?
Let me tell you
something happened in the last event I went for. I was the one running up and down. Thank God Fumichima is here.
Let me tell you one thing, Dapo. Most of your friends, there are two. There is serious type. There is unserious type.
Like
yes, serious type. You put them in a strategic place to take care of some things. The one that you know that is not. They don't use correct guy as a best man. They use useless guy as a best man.
Oh, I'm a useless man. No. I've been doing useless jobs.
That you know.
No, okay. What you hear me ben? Kunle Adegoke. Don't be unfortunate.
that you know that this one is my friend, but he can't do anything. Just let him be my side. I'm telling you the truth.
And not RSVP.
Not RSVP. I'm
No,
telling
Ladi
you.
Martins, you just point my. Just
No,
so,
see.
so people hire me for irresponsible job, Abi, to be running up and down, be begging for food for the couple.
You will not beg for people.
Wait, sorry.
You will not beg for people for your couples. You will not beg. You will not beg for couples.
You just
It's
mentioned
for
hired.
people to eat. That is
You
what you
just
after.
mentioned hired.
So
You
that
are-
they will not
you were
allow
not
you.
hired for that.
I was not hired.
No, if
So
you
what
were
did you
hired, will you pay for suit?
What? Actually, I think
Will you
there's-
buy suit?
I think the only wedding I played the role of a best man and I didn't pay for the suit was just one.
Your family.
No, not even my family, my friend. He paid for the suit. As in, he just called me that your
my
suit is
best
ready.
man.
You're my best man. Why? Now, let me tell you reasons.
The main best man for the main best man nowhere to be found.
No. You already, because I had those weddings like 2 weeks in 2 weeks interval, right? I already paid for one suit for AY.
Mm-hmm.
That is when AY got married 2 years ago. The next person was Rotimi. You know Rotimi now. So Rotimi just called me that guy. You'll be my best man. I don't buy your suits. So the only thing I paid for was the shoe. And even the shoes have.
It's your own.
So you get. So I just feel like, one, this is my submission, guys. My DJ will understand the protocol of the show. I mean, of my event. That is one. Two, whoever that is serving, well, I will just hand it over to the event planners. But I will just hand over one person. Make sure there's a cooler in the hotel.
Exactly.
That
Get
one,
it.
that one is sure.
It's
That
normal.
one is normal. It's normal.
But
Because
you
you're making it look
during-
abnormal.
During the party,
Even during the party, there must be a cooler.
There's not going to be a cooler. I'm telling. Go and check the weddings.
No, you can.
Go and check the weddings.
It depends on you.
They don't. The next thing they will tell you is after you dance to the front. The next thing buy the cake. Take advice. From advice, the next thing come and dance.
After
Why
dancing.
people are eating?
But which one is even better? Is it which
That's
one
what I'm
is
saying.
Which one is better? Is it the
depends
food or
on-
the money?
it depends on the individual
So, let
involved.
me say from this angle. A lot of people doing wedding to make more money.
But unfortunately,
So you
with the-
understand.
with
You
the current-
calculate
with
the
current
kind of
situation in Nigeria now.
transfer.
I think
But the network is not good.
weddings,
Transfer no
parties
need.
are going to change from now. I think
That is the thing.
I
That
think
is what we are
parties are
going
going to be
to.
changed.
So
Events are going to change from the nature of events. It's not. It won't be like what we used to see before.
Yes,
you know.
things have
Things
changed.
Things will really change.
Yeah, that's the thing. That now.
And I like it.
Yes. Now we are seeing more substitutions in Newcastle United team.
Oh my God.
What we'll see who missed the opportunity to equalize for Newcastle United. Isak is also coming on board. Well, Hetafe first 45 minutes. Led the Girona 3-0. No, don't say anything.
I'll
Just
say.
don't say. Coach, we want to give a really no so, man. What's wrong with you? Okay. Manchester City leading Newcastle United 1-0. 63 minutes of action. Remember the CAF Champions League. Al Ahly of Egypt will take on Huddersfield of Cameroon by 5 o'clock. And let's also Italian Serie A. Monza will take on Empoli by 3 o'clock. 6 o'clock, Atalanta will take on Udinese. AC Milan will travel to play Fiorentina.
Session. Yeah. So on Max, what's it called? Alonso, Aston Martin. Yeah.